Oh, hey everyone, this is Joe from ActionX, and welcome back to What's on the Two with another edition of The Rookie Season 2 as I review every single episode in The Rookie Season 2 as we progress through these Sunday nights. The one thing I don't like about The Rookie, or more frankly ABC, for putting The Rookie at a very, very horrible time spot. I mean, Sundays at 10 p.m., I got school in the morning, then I got work. I got the gym somewhere in between there. So where the hell am I going to fit the time for that? Anyway, no matter what, I'm committed. I love the show so much. And actually, from what I learned last week from TV by the Numbers, apparently the Rookie Season 2 premiere had a very strong holdover from its Tuesday night time slot to Sunday night time slot. So best show on TV is still going strong. Anyway, we're reviewing today Season 2, Episode 2 of The Rookie, The Night General. And the one thing I do like about The Rookie again, and I'm honestly sucking them off, but guess what? I love the show so much. I had a very different expectation for this episode based on the preview, and that's the one thing. Also, the previews for The Rookie never really does a great job of like showcasing what the next episode is. When you watch it and then you rewatch the promo, it's two very different things, because there's always like certain subplots that they keep hidden from the promos, and that's really good. That's really good when you're promoting your episode and you're not giving away the main focal point. Where this week, and let's get the fanboy out of the way. I watch a lot of TV shows, as many of you know. One of the TV shows I have watched in recent years was Lost and Constantine, and I never knew that the actor who played Manny from Constantine was actually the guy who played. I forgot his name. I really forgot his name, but Harold Rim. I'm going to butcher the name. If any of you know his name, his last name is a little bit complicated to say. I'm not going to butcher it, but I'm just going to call him Harold. From Lost came to Constantine. I'm like, holy damn, he's appeared, and I got to see him again. Like, it was instantaneous. Like, I know this guy, I know him, but I don't want to be, because the thing is that whenever I say something, I didn't want to say anything on this show until I confirmed it, and then I looked online on his IMDb, like, oh damn, yeah, it's him, and I saw his Twitter, and he was like he was being tweeted out for being in this episode. Shout out to him. I love him. I love the actor so much. He's a very chill character. And definitely in The Rookie, they played to that strength a little bit. Now, as we talked about last week, where I was really curious on how they're going to be able to handle John Nolan not having a formal TO, since obviously, of course, Officer Bishop's actress was not coming back this season. So far, they haven't introduced a replacement yet. Last week, they paired him up with Sergeant Gray, and then this week, they paired him up with Harold's guest star character, and honestly, it's like, if they just keep doing this, like, they always find some reason, like, let's get Nolan a new partner of the week. I'm totally fine. As long as, I mean, again, no one can really replace Bishop. I know eventually they'll have to find someone, because I think eventually after a while, they're just going to run out of, like, guest stars, or, like, what one more plausible thing can we do every week. I understand that, but this is fun. This is really fun. If they can keep this going week after week, at least for the first few episodes of the season, I'm totally fine with that. So going into this episode, I, first of all, did not expect that guest star, and I didn't expect the direction they were going with this. Because as for Nolan, this definitely plays into the fact that he's a very special rookie. Also, I forgot to mention this on last week's episode, on the last week's review. John Nolan got buff. Not buff, he got skinnier in between seasons. I'm not sure if that's because Nathan Fillion's about to do the Suicide Squad for DC. I'm not sure if that was the connection. I really don't know. But he's looking especially really fit. Where in the last season, I must say he was a little chunky. He was still, like, movable. Obviously, being a police officer, you gotta be flexible. You gotta be movable. You gotta be in a good physical condition. And he was in decent condition last season. But this season, he really looks like he kind of hit the gym a little bit, which definitely, I forgot to mention that. So that definitely played into, like, his more masculinity so far in these couple episodes, but he's still retaining that same Nolan charm that we've loved before, and I respect that. But this episode definitely played in the fact that he could potentially become a detective someday, and I think they played around with that last season, from what I remember. Will he become that? I really don't know. We'll see. But definitely this episode did play as Harold's character. Definitely, like, showing the ropes a little bit of how to be a better police officer and potentially be a good detective someday in the future. And hopefully we'll get to see his character return. He was a really likable character. And they have a really good bro relationship going. And that was a really fun dynamic to see. Obviously, since no one doesn't really have any guy pals anymore. Where's his rich best friend? Is he off, like, gallivanting around the world again, and we're not going to see him again this season? Who knows? But either way, I really love that direction they took with this character. This episode, I did love the case they tackled on, where it's like a father. And again, I gotta do this before. For spoilers, if you haven't seen the episode, there are spoilers in this episode review, so please don't watch this. Don't watch this until after you come and see season 2, episode 2 of The Rookie. So back to the point, the son getting killed over drugs thing was very, very saddening. I did very much feel for the parents, and obviously, if I was a dad that lost his son to that and someone killed him, I definitely would have done something. Now, is that the right thing to do? Definitely not. Let the police handle it. Let the detectives handle the work. But I very much felt for the dad, and the ending, it just showcased that in this real world, not everything's gonna have like a happy ending, and that was clear as day, and it's also peered to another step towards Nolan's character development, where last week he was more focused on his emotions that he has, where it could be, a lot of people say that's a weakness. That's still his number one character attribute. He has emotions. He feels for these people because he did not grow up from a young age being a cop. He's a middle-aged man becoming a cop. So all the experience he had over the past 20 years, now becoming a cop with his emotions, he can't get rid of them. He has them for a reason. And seeing his emotional reaction when he walked away at the end of this case definitely showcased that he is taking another step towards a new direction, so to speak. And also the subplot with his ex-girlfriend. Honestly, I'm really hopeful they don't take it to the direction of, are they going to be a future thing? I just really hope it just stays like two attractive people who dated once. They don't need to, because they're both in committed relationships and obviously don't cheat. And I'm pretty sure the show will not delve into that territory. I really hope they don't, but I'm just hoping they don't. They don't do that. But it was a very interesting thing, and to get to see another aspect. We haven't gotten a flashback on this show, which I'm very surprised at, considering the fact we didn't see the Academy days. We didn't get to see pieces of Nolan's life before this. We haven't gotten a flashback yet, and I very much I know flashbacks are more for more serious dramas, more like serious shows. I understand that, but usually a show like this would even eventually show a flashback, and I'm surprised they haven't. So getting to see another part of Nolan's life in between all of this was very enlightening. But to move away from Nolan, because this isn't the Nolan show, this is The Rookie, and we got two other rookies to focus on. Trying to forget, I keep forgetting his name. I'm very horrible with names, and I forget. Anyway, so moving on to Chen and Bradford saying this episode, they were doing with a bounty hunter. That was pretty cool. Get to see another aspect of police life where former police officers, and it does also speak to real world, where it's retirement doesn't mean you're fine. A lot of people have to go back to work during retirement because they just don't have any income and they got to make money. And that was very apparent in this episode. And seeing, once again, Bradford, he wants to be a sergeant. He wants to move up the ladder and go to the next step of his career. And I'm getting a little bit of a vibe that he and Chen might hit it off later this season, to be completely honest. Because I made this prediction when I saw the first episode. I predicted, at some point this season, part of my language, they're going to bang. It was completely, for me, because, I'm a very, my mind usually thinks of the sexual nature. So, for me, when I was seeing that first episode, I thought, they're going to do it at some point. But then we got the introduction with his ex-wife, Isabella, and that whole subplot. So that kind of okay, they're just strictly professional. But since, from what I'm seeing this season, I don't think we're going to see her at all. And the way that their lasting looks on this, now again, I could be wrong, I could be misconstruing things, but it was just the way they handled that scene. It was they could have taken it in a different direction, but thankfully they didn't. I'm really hoping that, again, I'm really hopeful that they don't play into usual TV tropes where they start a relationship. I really don't. But who knows? I trust the writers more than I do. But we'll see what happens. I just really hope they don't delve into that direction and they just continue this very weird dictator training partnership they've been having since season 1. I really hope. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, that was a very different approach to this episode that I saw. as they continue this journey through Chen and Bradford. Chen is slowly getting new character directions every episode, so it's only been 2 episodes, but part of my ground, as always. They moved the focus back to, like, let's move to the last work. I am very horrible with names. I cannot remember his name. I feel so bad right now, and I'm trying to be the guy who's trying to review every episode of this show. I feel really sorry, so if I do remember his episode during my next statement, please let me know. So his character, like the last rookie, his, like, last episode we got to see him decide, you know what, I've been strict about this my whole life, I'm going to take a loose for once. And the first thing he gets is that in the beginning of the episode, they discovered that the landlord was actually a drug dealer, and so that made the building inhabitable to live in, so he had to go find a new place, because apparently, according to police rules, or whatever statute or guideline, they have to have a legal place of residence if they're going to be able to perform their duties, which is kind of a little weird, but it kind of does make sense. But it felt very weird that he had to find an apartment by tomorrow. It does not take, like, 1 day to find an apartment. I know people who's been like, I'm going to find an apartment in 1 day. You're not gonna. Because it's actually really difficult to find an apartment. So that was the direction. And they kind of made this, like, they introduced this trailer park area for police cops. Very interesting, but it's like, well, they got a bunch of police officers, and I don't think LA's a pretty expensive place to live in, so I don't think that salary alone, I mean, I could be wrong, or maybe people just want to, like, explore a trailer park. Like, I never understood the aspect of, like, the want of a trailer. I really don't. Like, I understand you don't have to pay property taxes or anything. I know you understand you don't have to maintain the property. I understand that, but I just never, like, it never connected with me about living in a trailer park or anything. But thankfully that had a nice resolution as he gets to move in with Chen. But that will probably make for a very interesting future episode. But I don't think they'll tackle that on yet. We just got, like, a moved in, like, clashing of, like, different lifestyles last episode. I don't think they're going to delve into that again with another aspect next episode or in the future. Again, I don't know. It could be, again, I trust the writers for whatever they're doing. I really do. But so far, this episode was really solid. I definitely think, like, I still am very surprised that I enjoy the next episode of The Rookie better than the last one. And it's not taking away from the last episode being bad or anything. It's just like they somehow make it more funny. They make it better. They always have some aspect to it that, like, I enjoyed this episode better than the last one, but I still enjoyed the last one still. Still rare to find that a show like that nowadays. And it's all because of the cast, all because of the writing, and I appreciate that. I'm trying to remember if I'm forgetting anything from this episode. I don't think I am. The promo for next week was very interesting. I've never seen Castle before, so next week, don't expect me to make Castle references. Haven't seen Castle. I will probably watch that show someday. Just don't hold me to it. But my overall lasting impression is that I really do hope they bring back Harold's character for more episodes. I do think that I know he's a guest star, and I think he's on another TV show from when I looked on his IMDb that's still on the air. So I'm not sure how that'll fit into his schedule. I think this was just a guest star, but I really do hope he gets to come back because he was a very cool guest star, and the way he set that character is, I would love to see more of that bromance going forward. And yeah. And I still can't believe it's still very early on. It's felt like so far for me that this season's been going on for a long time, or at least for me, it's only been 2 weeks. So, actually, it's only been a week since we started, you know what I'm saying? But we still got a long ways to go. I don't think they haven't confirmed how many episodes this season is yet. I think it's 20 again, which I'm totally fine with that. 20 is fine. Just keep us going till April. So, I don't know exactly yet, but we'll see what happens. So far, I'm enjoying the show. Anyway, I give this episode 2 thumbs up. I don't do a rating system or anything. I don't do 1 to 10. I don't believe in that. It's very, like, I just, like, you can skip it, you can see it, or you can, like, really see it. I suggest really see it. Same with the last episode. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this edition of What's on the Tube. And for expanded ones, well, I gotta work on my phrasing. Like, so, in terms of rookie-related content, I'll be back next week on your usual scheduled time. But if you want to see new shows that are coming up this week, this is being recorded on Sunday. This is being posted on Monday, which is today if you're watching it. Or if you're watching this, like, days or weeks later, then Hi there. I hope the future is all right. This week, I'm going to begin reviewing Nancy Drew on the CW. So stay tuned to that. That'll be being posting on Thursday afternoon. That show comes out on Wednesday nights. So I will be doing a similar setup like this, except I'll be reviewing it earlier since it's a 9 to 10 show. Thankfully, I can maybe get another hour of sleep. You know what I'm talking about? And then this Saturday, hopefully this Saturday, if not, it'll be posted on Sunday, depending on when I get to record that. I will be reviewing the My Hero Academia Season 4 premiere. So, exciting stuff on that. And if you want to stay tuned for that, please subscribe to ActionX for more What's on the Tube. And if you want to see more of our content, as many of you know, here's a shameless plug into my other content. We got Zelda Let's Play. We got the PodX cast. We got DVD unboxings for you. And we got some cool stuff coming out. Couch Gamers will be returning. But anyway, shameless plug over. I hope you enjoyed the Rookie this week. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.